Hi and welcome to the Orcball Final. It's the contest between the undefeated Sexy Vikings and the Knights Templar. And here we go for the kickoff. Skeleton plays. Oh, and that could have been nasty. The Templars gain possession and we're going into the first down. Orcball's a fairly simple game. You get 4 attempts to score a touchdown. And here's their first attempt. So the Templars have the ball. The quarterback's looking for a hole. He's found one off to the right hand and he gets killed by the defensive back. Into the second down. Snap is clean. We're looking for a hole. The offensive front line's making a pocket. The runner's got the ball and off for the first touchdown of the game. A little bit of overrun there as he comes back.
Keep it honest.
As I say, Orcball is quite a simple game. You get 4 attempts to score a touchdown. If you score a touchdown, then the opposing team gets the ball. So here comes. Here's the first try by the Sexy Vikings of the game, the first possession. Their captain there, Hagar with the shield, coming up to the front line. Forming up to take, waiting for the snap. And ref's happy, the snap is clean. The runner in red has got the ball. Makes a break up the right-hand flank. It was stopped. The fence is onto it. Here he comes cross field. The runner's working hard and is killed for a gain of about 0 yards. So the ball actually shifts left across the field. Maybe a 1 metre loss. So the Vikings coming for their second down. We've got 4. They have to have the majority of players on the front line. 4 on the front. We've got, there's the second back doing a weapon switch. Ball is live. A little bit of handoff faking there. The quarterback's running the ball and again gets killed and a failed kick. Again for a loss, but he has shifted the ball dramatically to the left. He must be getting close to the left hand out of bounds zone here. Referee and the folks getting out of the way. It's going to be the third attempt. 1 more after this.
Okay, third when ready. Make sure you're behind your centre.
So the front line of 4 players. Oh, the quarterback and the centre sneaked the ball forward half a metre there. There's the quarterback. Got the quarterback's doing a right hand run and gets taken out. So the ball, and he's into the crowd. The ball is, the Vikings are certainly covering a lot of ground sideways, but not covering much towards goal. Though I know that there is a distinct uphill advantage to the Templars at the moment, but this will be cancelled out at half time when they're swapping. So again they form. The snap goes back. The quarterback's got the ball. They make a charge straight up the centre, and they get sacked. So they've had 4 attempts. So it's a turnover now to the Templars. Templars are still 1-0 ahead of the Vikings, and they gain possession. And it's a good, a close distance to the goal mouth. So all they have to do to score a goal is run the ball between the goal mouths. Snaps back. The Templars are looking through. The defensive line is holding. He's probing off to the left-hand side and gets killed by the Vikings for his effort. Looks like a gain of maybe a metre. So again, there's both lines set up their offensive formation. Both sides take the guard. The snap is good into the quarterback. Again, a pocket play down the tries to dive straight through the hole created by his defensive line. A gain, maybe 5 metres, but they are gaining on the goal mouth. They've got 2 more attempts. So, once again, the ball is snapped. The Templars have the ball. The quarterback looking a bit casual there, walking up, trying to find a hole through which to gain. And he runs through the goal, through for another touchdown. So that's the second touchdown to the Templars. Templars are 2-0. Remember, they do have the advantage of high ground in this half. Well, they have to get a lead now because it will be hard to defend on a high ground lead later. The crowd is in the background. It goes wild, as we can see, sitting there, watching, studious. So it's the Vikings' second possession of the game. First possession they didn't actually score, but looks like their captain Hagar is off to do a weapons change. Then a shield and sword. Getting ready for, once again, for the offence on the front line. Vikings are ready, the ref's happy, the ball snaps back. Quarterback's got the ball, is trying to make a hole, coming up the left-hand side, looking for his protection. Gets a sneak through, and scores a touchdown. So that's the first blood for the Vikings. Score is still 2-1 to the Templars, and the possession goes back to the Templars. So touchdown is awarded. So the Templars get a good run, the Vikings get a good run up the hill. A good offensive line there. First down to the Templars. They're leading this 2-1. It's their first down, so they get 4 attempts downhill. Goalmouth is about 20 metres away. And they can see it. Ref's happy with the offensive formation. The snap is good. A nice clean snap to the quarterback. Quarterback's trying to direct a bit of traffic there. Sees a hole and gets hit by the offensive quarterback. Nice strong run. You can see the cones of the goalmouth to the right. You score a goal by running the skull through the goal from either direction. You must actually run it between them. Okay, we're on to the second down. Snap's gone. There's a and saw a hole in the offense and almost. So it's just going to be third down and inches. Well, about a metre and a bit. Vikings are standing pretty much in their goal mouth, ready to defend. Templars are taking their time, setting the line. They have their offence set. Their ref is happy. It's going to be a tight little push through the centre. Snap is booked, and it's a straight charge and a dive. Waiting for the referees to see him.
Jono, what did you say?
They're trying to. Okay, a touchdown is awarded. Touchdown is awarded to the Templars for that dive through the centre. Remember, to score, the ball only has to be passed through the plane of the goals. The ball does not actually have to be placed upon the ground. So the referee is actually happy with that as a touchdown. So it's a 3-1 advantage to the Templars. But the time for the first half is going to be finished soon. It's about 12 minutes a half. So 3-1, first down to the Vikings. Again, fighting uphill. In this game, they're playing 6 men aside, so you must have 4 on the front line when you're offense. Ref's happy with 4 on the line. It's a pretty untidy snap. A little bit of faking going on by the quarterback. He passes it to his running back now. Okay, and the running back declares that he's set. No. Okay, okay, obviously bit of a dead man play there. So it's 3-2 advantage to the Vikings. 3-2. 4 on the front, or the snap goes back. Okay, penalty against the Vikings. What's the penalty for? They went a little bit early. So with this many Warriors, it can be a bit of an issue to referee. So the Templars are given a bit of a timeout, and they're allowed to advance the ball several metres for the penalty. It's first down. Usually when you have a penalty, it's a replay of the game, so it's still first down.
Ready? 3-2.
Yeah. Snap is good. So we must be nearing the end of the half. And headed down the field of play. Okay, finding the ball carriers. The game is, as you see, quite simple. In the same way the gridiron and rugby is a very simple game. The idea is to run the ball between their goals. The ball is live until the person actually carrying the ball is killed. So the ball is live as long as the ball carrier is. Again, they set up a 4-man front line, 2 on the back, which is pretty standard for a 6-man team. Refs. Okay. Okay, there's a bit of switcheroo going on. Okay, it's the final down for the half. The snap goes back. They're trying for glory. And that's another touchdown to the Templars. That would be half-time. Half-time is usually about 5 minutes. And welcome back to this kick-off part 2. Templars are now racing uphill. And looks like the Templars get possession. Nice possession by the Templars. So they're going to get the first possession of the half. They're leading 4-2, fighting uphill. Sexy Vikings, who are undefeated this season, are now fighting downhill. The snap is good. Looks like the Templars got a bit separated and their quarterback got done for the effort. The offensive line lost cohesion in that play. So technically each play, they've got 30 seconds between each play. So again, so 4 on the front line, 2 on the back, standard offensive formation. Again, the front line's looking a little, but the runner sees a hole and makes a good yardage up the inside. Make good yardage through the centre of the play, of the field. So we're on to 3rd down now. Must be. So now they're actually side on to the goal. This is one of the unusual features. And also the trees do count as defensive players. It's one of the few games where you actually have trees in the middle of the playing field. Okay, the snap is good. There's a spearman at the back. He's there, but he's just a little too late for the block. So the offensive line, the offensive runner scores the touchdown and dives for his effort. So the Templars have really got the wind up, really got the wind behind their sails at the moment. They're 5-2 over the Vikings. But we've still got about 10 minutes of the half to play. So let's see what's happened. The referee places the ball after having a word with the Vikings. Templars take up their defensive line. Vikings looking like the rebel scum that they are. It's on the left, laying down the hill. Defense formation, the snap is good. Straight, clean snap to the runner Henry. And he's got a clear road down. And he's happy with that. And he scores the touchdown. So he's happy with that. The referee's happy with it. It's a nice clean play. So the Vikings now trailing by 2. It's the Templars' possession. So the Templars must put 4 on their front line. 1, 2, 3. 1 more on the line. 4. The whistle says the ref's happy. The snap's clean. It's off to the Templars quarterback. Sees a hole right up the centre, runs right into 2 Vikings. Actually runs into 3 Vikings. Gets killed for the effort. A yardage gain of 5-10 yards. Templars going into their second down. So they're They've got the strength on the right-hand wing. The captain Eamon guarding the left with his strange shield. And the quarterback makes another yardage up the centre. So they are making small, distinct gains up the centre. Just checking that the defence is far enough back. Remember, in each play, the centre, the person who snaps the ball back, has got immunity for about 1.5 seconds. That's the only reason you can afford to kneel down. Snap. There's a runner coming up the back, but he gets hit before he can hit the goal line. That spear gives the offensive or defensive player a long reach. So about 5 metres away from the goal mount, if that. The final down for the Templars, 5 metres away. The Vikings take up a defensive line, using the trees for a bit of aid, shall we say. The Templars are on the line, they're just forming up the line. The referee's happy with the Templars formation. And the snap is back. Hard to see if it's a clean snap, but they make a drive for the line. Did he miss? It looks like he did not get the ball between the line. Okay, there's a bit of debate about whether people were being hit in the head. So it is actually considered a turnover. The Vikings defence held. Just a little bit of warning and concern about head-high shots. The weapons are padded, but from personal experience I can tell you get hit in the head and they do hurt. There we go, the snap's good. The Vikings first get possession again on the turnover. Their first down, their runner is away. He sees a gap and he is gone. Oh. Okay, did he actually run between the posts? He certainly made the yardage, but there is dispute with whether he actually ran between the goal mouths. And that's the rules. The ball must travel between the mouths. So it's actually awarded that he did not actually score a touchdown. He got the yardage, but then a bit of showboating and... Okay, so it's going to be the Vikings' second down. They made a very good run there, almost goal mouth to the goal mouth, but they're now 5 yards out. They've set up the line. And the snap's good. The second attempt to score the touchdown. The quarterback's I think he managed to defend himself. He comes through. It's a total... a bit of showboating there. And he comes through for the touchdown. So the Vikings score one more again. Claw one more back. So it's now 4-5 to the Vikings. Vikings got 4. The Templars of the Templars of the Hello Kitty Covenant have got 5. We've still got enough time here to actually bring it close. Templars are still working uphill, their first position. So first down here for them. Umpires wanting to make sure the line's straight.
Wait till the line comes straight. Guys, ready for the command.
Okay.
Wait round. This way.
Okay, just waiting. So the Knights Templar have got possession of the ball.
When you're ready.
There goes the snap back. The running back goes up the centre. Makes a good yardage gain.
Yeah, we attacked him way too early. He didn't get a chance to get up. I didn't even get off the ground.
Okay, a bit of dissension amongst the players, but let's just see what the refs... Okay, so there is a penalty awarded. Okay, so, and it's a replay of the first down to the Templars. Okay, so basically they're going to get 5 attempts at this. They keep the yardage going. They're coming up the centre. And, oh, he gets sacked by a Viking that's come around the end of his line. So the quarterback suddenly lost his protection and he got sacked. Second down to the Templars. Okay, just check it. The referee's just checking the front line. centre was having a chat, so the line is set. The snap is good. Oops, no, dropped. But thankfully there's no fumble laws here, and he makes good yardage towards the goal mouth. But again, that spear is a very strong defensive weapon. So deep safety with the spear. Fingers out from the goal mouth. Templar still got possession. It's their second down. So even with the penalty, they've got the extra yardage and the attempt. So this is their second official down. They're forming up on the line. Okay, so the centre's got the ball. The ball snap is a good snap. It goes around the right hand side to run, find a hole through the gap, through the fence, but no. At this range, the defence has got very short lines. They only have to guard a small angle around the goal, so it can make it a lot harder for the offence at this close range. It seems counterintuitive, but the closer you get to the goal, often the harder it is to actually score a touchdown. It looks like there's a player standing there in the middle of the playing field. They tend to be counted as a mobile hazard and they're out of bounds. So it's going to be the third down to the Templars. They've got 2 more attempts to get goal through the goal mouth. Ref's happy. The charge is on, and again that spear is just lethal. Yes, there is a spectator hiding behind one of the trees on the playing field. So she's going to be out of bounds. Okay, this is the 4th and final attempt by the Knights Templar. They're at really close range, maybe 3 metres away from the goal. But the Vikings have been putting up a solid defence. So the ref's happy with the position. Okay, the snap is good to the quarterback. There's the big pushes on through the goal mouth. And that's it. The Templars have actually had 5 attempts to score a touchdown, and that's a turnover. So, what have we got now? The Vikings are basically on their own goal line. It's nearly 40 metres to the other goal line. It's a short field. I mean, technically the goal mouths can be anywhere from about 40 metres to 400 metres away. This is a short field. Okay, so the Vikings are preparing for their snap. They're still trailing by 1. Snap is good to the quarterback. The quarterback is sort of known as the human lightning strike. And he's off to the left-hand side, and he gets taken out. So they clear the trees. They're coming into their second down, so it must be almost the end of the game now. They form up again. The offensive line must have 4 in it with the spinny players. So 2.5 minutes left in the half. This is for the Orcball Championship of University of Waikato. This is to determine the best team ever. The snap goes back. The quarterback's off. Lost sight of, and he's gone high line, and he goes down. But the ball is dead, even though the guy's running hard with it. You must play the ball as if it is live at all point at times. Okay. So, second down. Obviously the quarterback was hit with the ball just before he dropped it. Okay, so the Vikings form their line. The rounding rabble that they are. The Knights Templar looking much more distinguished in their tunics and jupons. Ref's happy, the ball's snapped, it's fumbled, it's dropped, but it is recovered quite happily. The quarterback, it slips over on some leaves, and that's a cheap shot, but even cheap shots count. So the time is counting down. third down. So we are getting near the final act of this game. It's actually been a reasonably high scoring game, 5-4. It's 9 goals in 24 minutes or so. They form their lines once again. This is the final act of the game. This is the ball goes back, snap. The offensive line makes a church. The quarterback is having a look around. He's getting pushed back. He's getting pushed back. He's going up a cry across the right-hand side, and he's getting monstered by 3 offensive linemen there. Remember, the runner is only allowed to have a single short sword. So he was fighting 2 people with about 5 swords between them. Okay, so this is the final down for the Vikings. It must be it getting approached to the end of the game, and this must be their last chance to actually even up. So they have a downhill advantage. The referee wants the line straight. He thinks there's some advantage to the Vikings with that orientation. So when you're doing this game, you should always look to your centre. Your centre is the one who knows which way the line should be. Centre is shepherding his troops. The snap is back. The quarterback has the ball. The quarterback is just waiting to see, pausing, waiting to see a hole. He thinks he sees something to the right. He's off. He's down and like a shot. And he's doing a bit of showboating here, but scores the touchdown. Runs across on his knees. Okay, so the score is now 5-all. We must be in the last down or 2. So the Templars this is probably their last chance to actually win the game. The game is allowed to be drawn. And they will both be declared champions. So, the Templars form the line. The ref's happy. The ball is snapped. The last scores are tied. Makes a rush up, and that looks like it's the end of the game. The scores are tied. The Templars and the Knights both scored points. So the Vikings remain undefeated for the year. The Knights Templars have drawn against their arch nemesis. An excellent game, high scoring, 10 points all, 10 points between the 2 sides. So hopefully we'll have another great game just as good next year. See you then.